And welcome back. Here we go again. Welcome back, everybody, up to Doc Bobley. And I have the director for special events for iPower Global Solutions. And she's a friend of the show. And you can bring it up, yeah, because she's always doing some great things. She's a great friend of the show. She joins us to speak about her upcoming back to school supply drive. So please welcome to the show, Phyllis Shelton. Phyllis, welcome.
Hi, Bob. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. It's kind of different for me being on this side of the camera. I usually peep people on this side of the camera. I'm usually behind the scenes, so this is
Yeah,
going to be interesting.
yes, you are. You do a lot of great things behind the scenes too, making sure that we find out about you. Well, you create the awareness. You help to create the awareness about the people, places, and things who are in our community. And so we appreciate you for that. But you're doing something too. Tell us about this big back to school
Yes,
event.
I'm excited. A lot of people do not realize that there is a need, a dire need for kids when they're going back to school, especially with supplies. I looked at a couple of the supply lists and I was astonished to see how many items that are actually required for students going back to school. And this starts from kindergarten going all the way up to high school. And some of the parents now, because of the pandemic, they're just coming off the pandemic. Some of the parents are laid off, and it's becoming very stressful for the parents to provide the necessary supplies that their children need in order to succeed in school. So we came up with this idea. Well, we've been doing
Mhm.
it for a couple of years now with the backpacks and school supply drive. So we reached out to Amazon, and Amazon was really helpful in helping us organize everything.
Yeah.
And we've gotten great results from having that and being on Amazon. So
Yeah,
we're
and you
excited.
were involved with education for many years. I remember when I first met you, you were working with Matilda, who had a
Yeah,
mentoring program, Matilda
yeah.
Cuomo. Uh,
Yes, and that was a very exciting.
yeah.
Miss Matilda, as you know, has since retired, but we still have work with different organizations in terms of the mentoring program. We're always mentoring because the kids right
Mhm.
now, especially now more so that we're coming off of this pandemic thing, they really need mentors. And the main issue with that is like children along with adults are suffering from isolation. We're not used to being isolated. We are
All right.
social people, and because of the pandemic, as you know, we were mostly isolated. So now we have to deal with the stress factors. We have to try to get our students and our children and even the adults, we have to get them back into whatever we consider normal now, because we're not used to being isolated, and
Yeah.
we were isolated for what, almost 2 years now.
Phyllis, are
So
we playing catch up now? Are we playing catch up? You think a lot of people are arguing that the youngsters missed about 2 years of their education, which is a vital, you know, place in their lives.
it
Are,
is
are we
socially
playing
we're
catch
playing.
up, or what are some of the things that we have to do to bring that back up if we are playing catch up?
Socially, we're playing catch up. A lot of the parents and a lot of the students, teachers, a lot of the educational systems, they had programs in place during the pandemic. There was a lot of in-home training,
Hmm.
and which was really good. The parents were very studious about keeping the students on track. So I think the main issue right now in playing catch up is to get back into that socialization. But as
Yeah.
far as their academics were concerned, there were a lot of programs in place that kept the children on point and on base and
Yeah.
kept them occupied. So the educators and the parents did a great job when it came to that.
All right. So we have the back to school supply drive going on right now. What are some of the things that you need, and what can the public do to help?
Most importantly, the students are required to have headsets now, which is very expensive. Backpacks, as I'm sure you know, are extremely expensive. They start out with like $29, $30.
Yes.
And what we don't realize is if you get a backpack now at the beginning of the year, by January, that backpack is usually worn out and they need to replenish the backpack. So a lot of people don't realize that a backpack does not last the entire year. So
Hmm.
that's some of our essentials. The headsets are really important, and the teachers want the headsets that you can plug into the computer because a lot of them are using whiteboards, so not the wireless. That gets to be an expense. If you have a family that have two or three children in school, that could be an enormous expense for them. So headsets, backpacks, and of course your normal school supplies. I looked at a list, and if it's not oh my goodness, 20 items on that list or more. Trying to remember how it was like back in the dinosaur days when we were going to school. What our supply list looked like, and it did not compare to what the
Two
students are
pencils,
receiving. Yeah.
a notebook, a pencil
Yes.
sharpener.
Yeah. Now they have to have headsets. They have to have different color folders. They have to have different color
Uh,
binders. They have to have graph paper, regular paper, notebooks, red pens, blue pens, black pens. They have to have markers and highlighters. They have to have oh, Kleenex tissues now. They have to have their own paper
uh,
towels, hand soap, hand
hand
sanitizer.
sanitizer, yeah.
Yeah, so those things are an added addition to the normal list of things that we are used to
So
having,
how can people
Long-
help? How can people help?
well, we have set up an Amazon account. It's F it's
Mm.
www.fbcbbacktoschool.org org. So if they go on that site, we've set up everything that we need for the students. They can go on there, they can order, and it will be drop shipped automatically to our organizations,
Yeah.
and we will distribute it to the students.
And also tell us about the Community and Wellness Festival being hosted by First Baptist Church of Bronxville
First Baptist
and
Church
Convent
is,
Church.
is is awesome. They do a lot in the community in terms of trying to meet the needs of the community during the pandemic. They were instrumental in making sure that people had food and clothes and just consoling them as well. People look at churches only Sunday, but church is more than Sunday, especially when you're facing crisis. So they are very instrumental in out community outreach. We're going to have everybody. Actually, we're excited because we're going to be doing the new booster shots on Saturday. So anybody needs to have their booster shot, the latest booster that's coming out now, the Moderna booster shot and the Pfizer booster shot will be available. So we
Uh,
will have that. We will have educators coming out talking about the new variants of the COVID and also the monkeypox. There's still a lot of concerns, a lot of unanswered questions out there regarding that. So we will have educators to come out. For the children, Mr. Softy is going to be out there, so they're going to get free ice cream. We're really excited about
yeah.
that. East Chester Fire Department is going to come and they're going to have the fire engine
Hmm.
out, and the kids are going to be learn a lot about the fire engines and fire prevention, and they're going to help us distribute this school supplies. So the American Red Cross is going to be there. So we have a lot of educational faculties is
Yeah.
going to come. We're going to do face painting and we're going to have bouncy houses for the kids. So we're looking forward to having a very exciting, very, informative event as well.
And Phyllis, this is all being done through iPower Global Solutions, right?
iPower Global Solutions, yes, we're the event planner, but in cooperation with our neighborhood and our community. So we also have community volunteers that come out and help put this together. But this was the brainchild of iPower Global Solutions,
And it's on
and
your website, right?
it's on the website, yes.
Which is,
iPowerGS.com.
and we'll put it on the bottom there too. All
Okay,
right.
please, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. So
Thank.
if anybody's in the area, we invite you to please come out and join us. Like I said, we have it's going to be informative, educational, but it's also going to be fun. We're going to have some fun activities as
There
well.
you go.
And if you need your booster shot, by all means, please come out and get your booster.
This booster takes care of all of the variants there. Phyllis, thank you so
It
much.
certainly does. Thank you for having me, Bob.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to see you.
You got it. Phyllis Shelton, CEO, iPower Global Solutions. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a break right here. We still got a whole lot more in store for you. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Here we come.